My name is Christoph Zoller, along with my brother Alexander and my father Eberhard Zoller. I am one of the managing directors of the family-owned technology company Zoller. I'm very proud to present the new powerShrink 400/600 machine series to you. We focused our experience and expertise on this new product development, thereby setting another milestone and completing our product portfolio. Typical Zoller, everything from a single source. The powerShrink 400/600 machine series features an ergonomic design for efficient application. The equipment design is certified by TÜV according to UL CSA certification standards to ensure safe operation in your company. One result in this year-long development, of which we are especially proud, is energy savings of up to 30% compared to the previous model. This is a very important point, with which Zoller makes its contribution towards sustainable use of the powerShrink on the shop floor. With the new Zoller actbyLight operating concept, we developed a light-controlled operator guide for the safe and efficient use of the machines in your company. With the new powerShrink machine series, you save time, reduce your energy costs, and go gentle when it comes to your shrink fit holders. The perfect interaction of electronics, software, and mechanics guides you through the shrinking process quickly and reliably. Thanks to the expansion of our production site in Pleidelsheim, Germany, we manufacture even more efficiently and economically. The Zoller team of specially trained, competent assemblers and quality assurance employees ensure every day that your powerShrink also arrives reliably at your shop floor. Your machine only leaves the assembly line when every employee is 100% satisfied and has given the machine the Zoller seal of quality. What you see here is the Zoller induction coil. This is designed with two separate windings. The windings are constructed differently and controlled separately. Shrinking can be performed with the upper winding only, or with the lower winding only, or with both windings together. This means shorter heating times, lower chuck temperatures, and shorter cycle times for longer life of the shrink fit holders. Energy consumption during shrink clamping and unclamping is therefore reduced by up to 30%, guaranteeing sustainable use with significantly lower energy costs. The clearly structured graphic display of the Zoller Pilot software guides the user intuitively and safely, step by step through the operating dialog, with the help of large function buttons and a well-thought-out color concept. The 12.5-inch monitor with a razor-sharp display is a notable feature. By simply scanning with the hand scanner, the data matrix code on the Zoller ID chip is scanned, and the shrink parameters are automatically loaded from the database. This allows you to start the shrinking process quickly and safely. The cooling system of the powerShrink machine series really offers you everything you need for an efficient cooling process. A hand-guided or convenient linear guide for exact positioning of the cooling bells on the shrink fit holders. Cooling bells with the visual Zoller Cool by Light display for quick selection and temperature control. With the Cooling Manager, you save additional energy. This only switches on the cooling module when you actually need it. The robust and smooth stainless steel work surface offers sufficient space for cooling your shrink fit holders. The material is optimally matched to the holding pots so that the tools can be moved quickly and quietly. The construction of the table is very robust and forms the perfect basis for a long-lasting product. For maintenance and control, the front door can be opened, and the coolant unit which is mounted on a sliding drawer, can be pulled out. Additional features include 4 sturdy casters and a handle for flexible installation of the powerShrink in your shop floor area. 3 compartments integrated in the lower table provides sufficient storage space for cooling components, flue gas suction device, and for storing your accessories. Storage boards on the left and right of the table provide space for positioning handheld scanners, safety gloves, cleaning brushes, as well as cooling adapters and pickup rings close to the process, therefore rounding off the ergonomic operation of the machine. Zoller puts economic action on a par with sustainability, because only those who manufacture in a way that conserves resources save money in the long term and operate in harmony with the environment. Leading into a more energy-efficient future is powerShrink, with its unique heating process. The Zoller induction system. This is the key component of this new product development. The energy efficiency of the Zoller shrink process is almost 100%. This energy saving could be achieved by the intelligent power electronics and this coil with 2 windings. The energy consumed is therefore the energy that arrives at your heat shrink holders. With powerShrink, you are well positioned for a more sustainable future. For your company, this means up to 30% energy savings compared to the previous model. Shrink fit holders and resources are conserved. You save sustainably and in the long term. The Zoller induction coil is constructed with 2 separate windings. The windings are different and are controlled separately. Shrinking can be performed with the upper winding only, or with the lower winding only, or with both windings together. The coil winding that is in use is indicated at the coil with the option actbyLight. The flue gas suction device is integrated inside the coil housing. The flue gases are extracted directly where they are produced. The efficiency of the flue gas suction device is therefore optimal, and the protection of the operators is optimally executed. The filter unit is located in a safe place in the table. The Zoller induction coil is designed with a quick change interface and therefore offers the option to switch between a 14 kVA and 22 kVA coil. With the optimized coil inner geometry, different execution of shrink fit holders can be used without collision. The low overall height of the coil, from the contact surface to the upper edge of the coil of 30 mm, enables easy unclamping of short overhanging tools. The induction coil can be optionally equipped with an operating handle left, right, or both sides for optimum user friendliness. Due to the combination of energy and coil current, the final temperature of the shrink fit holder remains very constant after each shrink clamping procedure. This eliminates any negative influence in the event of an inconstant power supply. The construction of the induction coil axis of the powerShrink 400-600 is very stable and designed for a long service life. A pneumatic axis clamping, high precision, THK guide, and counterweight enable the users to move the coil quickly and efficiently. The Zoller powerShrink 400-600 machines are available with 2 basic coil types, an option with shielding discs, and the Zoller varOct coil for more convenience and with the perspective of automated processes. The Zoller induction coil with the shielding system varOct was inspired by modern architecture and visual kinematics. With this, Zoller's research and development department has succeeded in creating a masterpiece. The flowing, interlocking movements of the individual shielding elements allow precision setting of the correct diameter of the varOct for convenient and reliable shrink clamping of your tools. With a maximum inner diameter of 45.8 millimeters, tools with larger cutting diameters can also be simply clamped and unclamped. The optionally available LED operation actbyLight excludes operating errors. The light-controlled color concept indicates whether the selected diameter matches the stored data record. Only then can the shrinking process be started. Overheated shrink fit holders, due to an incorrectly set coil, are therefore ruled out. With the new ZOLLER powerShrink 400-600 device series, Zoller offers an optimized and reliable heat shrinking process for your company. The Zoller Pilot software offers a variety of options for how to start the heat shrinking process. The best choice is to select the scan step. Remove the handheld scanner from the holder and scan the data matrix code on the Zoller ID chip. The Zoller varOct coil with the motorized adjustment option automatically positions the correct diameter. In the Zoller Pilot software, you will see that you can position the coil over the shrink fit holder using the linear unit. By activating the axial clamping, it is simple to position the coil over the shrink fit holder. Once you have completed this process step, confirm the step, and you will immediately see an indicator that you can start the heating process. You can now either start this heating process directly using the Pilot software or using the function button that is illuminated here on the operating handle directly on the coil. We start the process using the software, and then the heating output is initiated via a fully automatic procedure. You can see the automatic process here. The flue gas suction device is activated as well, and the heating process is already completed. Move the coil to the top, take the tool, and insert it in the chuck. The Zoller actbyLight shows you directly which cooling bell you should approach correspondingly. Push the holding pot to the cooling bell, and the cooling bell can be easily lowered over the tool using the linear unit via simple push operation. The cooling bell will then switch to red, indicating to you that the cooling process has now been started. The color red indicates a warm tool, and the cooling process is active. The cooling process remains active only until the color switches to blue, indicating to you that the process step has ended. In the meantime, of course, you can immediately shrink clamp another tool and complete the same process here correspondingly. You can see that the software has jumped immediately back to the shrinking process, so you can execute the next process step here directly. You can also equip the cooling bells optionally with other diameters. This means that if, for example, you primarily have diameters 10 to 22 millimeters or 10 to 16 millimeters, several of the same cooling bells can be attached here, so that the corresponding cooling process can be executed more effectively, since you can cool the same shrink fit holders one after the other. Now, you see the color is blue. The tool is completely cooled, and you can simply engage the cooling bell once again over the linear unit. The color switches to green, which means the position is ready again for the next process. You can remove the shrink holder and can now execute the next process step. This could be, for example, balancing or executing the measurement of the tool directly using the presetting and measuring machine. You have seen how you can use the new Zoller powerShrink 400-600 device to execute a reliable shrink clamping procedure. The Zoller induction coil with shielding discs is available in two versions. The default version, in which the heating process is activated via a membrane keypad, or optionally, with a 12.5-inch monitor and pilot software. The LED operator guidance with ZOLLER Shrinking is also available as an option. This handheld scanner is used to scan the data matrix code on the Zoller ID chip and load the heating parameters stored in the database. The shielding disk to be used is displayed in the pilot software. The shielding disk is inserted, and the light-controlled color concept indicates whether the selected shielding disk matches the stored data record. Only then can the shrinking process be started. Overheated shrink fit holders, due to an incorrectly set coil, are therefore ruled out. Zoller has achieved a very special product design in the cooling process. The cooling system of the powerShrink offers you everything you need for an efficient cooling process. The cooling process can be carried out either with cooling bells or air cooling. The cooling bells can be equipped with the visual Zoller actbyLight display as an option. The positioning can be hand-guided by a convenient linear guide for a safe and exact positioning of the cooling bells on the shrink fit holders. With the Zoller Cooling Manager, you save additional energy. This only switches on the cooling module when you actually need it. For your company, this means an ergonomic, flexible cooling module, adjustable to your application, an LED-steered cooling process for a clear, safe operator guidance with maximum safety for your operators, an optimized cooling process for rapid cooling of your shrink fit holders. Choose between the default cooling bell for simple cooling and the LED execution with the actbyLight operator guide for even more comfort, speed, and safety during the cooling process. You have the choice between two options for cooling bell guidance: the default click mechanism for a hand-guided operation, or the convenient linear guidance for maximum comfort and safety, which is available with the powerShrink 600 machine. With the default click mechanism, the cooling bells are centered and aligned via the specially designed suspension. The height of the suspension can be selected and adapted to the regular tool lengths used at your shop. This means that the cooling bells are in an ergonomic working position and can be used quickly and efficiently. The comfortable linear cooling bell guidance ensures exact positioning of the cooling bell on the shrink fit holders. The intelligent push and release mechanism releases the cooling bell from the locking cap in a controlled manner and avoids abrupt movements. Optimum weight compensation ensures independent, smooth, and slow downward movement without risk of injury. The positioning of the cooling bells is safe and exactly aligned to your shrink fit holders. You can use the type selection on the Zoller pilot software to choose which shrink fit holder you will use. A selection of standardized specifications is provided to you. We will insert a standard shrink fit holder. We select the diameter, and the software shows you which shielding disc you should install. You select the corresponding shielding disc from the magazine and place it in the induction coil. The ZOLLER Shrinking function shows you that you have configured the coil correctly. You use the axial adjustment to move the induction coil to the shrink fit holder. Confirm the step, and you can now start the shrinking process, either directly on the handle or using the Pilot software. The LED display shows you which cooling bell you should select via the ZOLLER Cool by Light function. The cooling bell is lowered over the shrink fit holder, and the red color indicates the shrink fit holder is still hot. The blue light signals the cooling process is completed. You can remove the cooling bell and insert the shrink fit holder for the next process. For instance, balancing or measurement. The ZOLLER powerShrink 400/600 machine series offers a wide selection of options and accessories so that the machine can be optimally configured for the demands of your shop floor. The choice of whether a powerShrink 400 or powerShrink 600 machine is selected is made on the basis of the number of tools that must be clamped daily. If you have a large number of shrink fit holders in your shop, the powerShrink 600 machine is the best choice. An additional selection criterion is the maximum tool length, which is 400 mm with the powerShrink 400 and 600 mm with the powerShrink 600. Depending on the size of your shrink fit holders, you have coil variants available in the power ranges of 14 kVA with the options of disc shielding or ZOLLER varOct and 22 kVA with disc shielding. The optionally available light-controlled operator guidance system, actbyLight, with the Shrink by Light functions for the safe running of the heating process, and the function Cool by Light for an effective and safe cooling process. The ZOLLER machine table system provides ergonomic access for necessary maintenance or repair work. The ZOLLER table system for the safe and ergonomic use of the powerShrink machines in your shop floor area. This comes with optional trays for tools, tool holders, trays for stop discs, cooling adapters, cleaners, handheld scanners, as well as safety gloves. As further accessories, ZOLLER offers the toolSet or liteSet systems for tool length settings and a fixture for unclamping broken tools. ZOLLER sets a milestone in shrinking technology with the new powerShrink 400/600 equipment series. This new equipment series is immediately available. Please contact your sales representative for further information. If you are a distributor or OEM, ZOLLER also offers new resale options with these new product developments: ZOLLER tooling with ID chip technology, ZOLLER shrinking technology, and ZOLLER balancing technology. We invite you to the ZOLLER Smart Factory in Pladelsheim. If you would like to find out more immediately, simply access the online live presentations straight from the Smart Factory. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you. We at ZOLLER, a technology company, have focused our experience and competence on developing this new product. By doing so, we have reached another milestone and completed our product portfolio. ZOLLER tooling with ID chip technology. ZOLLER powerShrink 400-600 device series. ZOLLER tool balancer 550-750 device series. ZOLLER presetting and measuring technology. Typical ZOLLER. Everything from a single source. Everything for your success.